Today we're going to discuss increasing self-awareness. Over the course of this series, I've gotten so many emails of people sharing with me their perception that teaching self-awareness is actually leading to the downfall, leading to all the problems that we're having in our society right now, because they believe that increasing self-awareness is more about self-indulgence. And I wanted to address that in this video because my belief is that through self-awareness, we actually become more selfless. The beginning of the journey can be very selfish. I know for me that it was. It was all about me. It was all about me getting better. It was all about my finding ways to change my life. And that's where my focus was. And in time, that has shifted gradually. Started off with someone else noticing that I was making changes in my life and then approaching me to say, how did you do it? Can you teach me? And I was so grateful for the changes that I'd made and the way that my life was developing that I was more than happy to share with them what I had learned. And over time, it's become a passion to share those things because I know how different my life is now from what it was then. I can agree with the argument that many people in our society today are very self-indulgent, and it is leading to many of the problems that we have in society. Greed, dishonesty, all these things because people want to make themselves look good to others. But increasing self-awareness to me is something totally different. As an example, I just got an email right before we got ready to sit down and shoot this episode of someone saying, they've come to realize that looking inside is now the answer to everything. They realize that if they have a problem with someone, the problem actually lies within themselves and their belief systems. Now, if that person was not on their journey of self-awareness, increasing their self-awareness, would they have recognized that? How many people do you know who are not looking at themselves, who would come to the realization that when something or someone else makes them angry, it's not the other thing. The problem lies within them and their belief system and their perception and the way they're interpreting things. Having that self-knowledge, having that self-awareness, do you believe that this person will be improving their communication and improving their relationships with other people? I believe the only way that we can make a major contribution to others around us, whether it's people in our family or people in our community or around the world, is by first increasing our self-awareness. You know, for me, another strong point of the importance of increasing self-awareness is it gives you the genuine ability to help another person. Very early in my recovery, I remember sitting down in a psychologist's office. It was at a rehab that I was in, and he wanted to take me through a session. And the very first thing that I asked him was, before we start, are you a drunk? His answer was no, but I have a degree from here, and I have a degree from here, and I have a degree from here. And I was very rude with him in the way that I responded. I'm not going to demonstrate it here. But my reply was, there was no way that he could help me if he hadn't been in my shoes, if he didn't know what it was like to wake up every morning feeling what I felt, needing the alcohol, needing the drugs. There's no way that he would be able to understand and communicate to me. And I walked out of the room. Only by living the life of extremes that I've lived, only by increasing self-awareness at looking at why I did those things and what happened as I grew from them. Only by doing that does it allow me to help other people. So I counter the idea that self-awareness is about self-indulgence with the argument that the only way that you can truly help another person is by taking care of yourself first. Jerry even made the reference when we were preparing to shoot this, that when you get on an airplane, they tell you if there is a loss of oxygen, when the oxygen masks drop, you put on yours first before you help somebody else. Because if you're passed out, you're not helping anybody. You have to take care of yourself before you can help other people. So I invite you to take a look back at your journey, whether it's with our series, Self-Awareness 101, or your own journey of personal development and self-awareness, and take a look at the things that you've learned, the things you've become aware of. Maybe it is about recognizing that when something happens to make you angry, it has nothing to do with the external, but it has something to do with you. Or maybe you've learned something about your belief systems. Maybe you've learned how to take away some of the stress and the pressure through the basic meditation exercises that you've learned about. And what I invite you to do is look around your environment and see where you can share that with somebody else. Don't force it on them, because that's just not a way to make people receptive. But if you see somebody who is stressed out at work, offer them a breathing exercise. If you see two people who are in conflict in communication, share with them what you've learned about the active listening skills. Self-awareness is great for helping yourself, but even more important, it's about passing it on to others, paying it forward. So I look forward to your feedback. I look forward to connecting again soon, and take care.
For a transcription of the video you just watched, more videos, and related articles, visit yourdailylifecoach.com. To comment on this video, select Discussion Forums on any page of our website.